Greetings, peace and blessings. Happy Monday, everyone. Today is Monday, and Monday is ruled by the moon, and the moon is currently in Cancer, and that is just like perfect math to have a moon day on a day. Hi, Matthew. Thank you for the Virgo season wish. I saw that. Thank you so much. Yes, the sun goes into Virgo at 8:11 p.m. I'm very grateful to be in this energy. Leo season, like literally, I'm so grateful that Leo season is gone. I was with my niece yesterday, and I was saying to her how fuck Leo season. Like Leo season was a motherfucker. Because Saturn was opposing the sun, because Saturn is in Aquarius, right? So Saturn, because Aquarius opposes Leo, so this whole month has been bogged down with all of this Saturnial stuff, all this karmic stuff. We've been being given the space, the permission to clear up the ways that we don't show up honestly. And I don't mean like lying. I mean where we don't show up in our authenticity, where we're not showing up as we really are, as we really desire, as we really intend. And that's what this Leo season has been about. It's like, where are you blocking yourself from being who you really are? Where's your heart blocked? Where is your, many of us carry blocks to our heart, and we carry definitions of love that have nothing to do with love at all. So we're not even allowing the natural essence of us to flow, because we really don't know what love really is for real. Like we think it's something external. So we are waiting to experience love from someone else. And it's not possible to experience love from someone else if you're not experiencing it with yourself. But we've learned these things in a country that's all based on white supremacy. Everything is upside down. Nothing is true here. So all of our definitions of things clog up our frequency and our energies and our ability to flow and create, because this is a mental reality. So if we believe in lies, if we believe things that are actually not accurate or true, or in connection to our ability to be able to flow, then those things dam up your consciousness, your creative power, and keep you from being able to really fulfill your own creative potential, because you are attempting to adhere to ideas, circumstances, conditions that were put upon you by a culture that hates anything beautiful, that hates anything creative, that totally monopolizes everything, that's totally, made everything about sex and titties and fucking and dicks, and that's the least of anything. But that's what we have bought into. And it's not that we bought into it, we've been conditioned into it. More than being bought into it, we have been conditioned into systems that are bad for us and believing that they are good for us. So that's what that Leo energy was about. It was about really looking at your motivations and how you behave and where you function from and what's inspiring you and what's blocking your heart and what keeps your heart open, what makes you playful. Like it's really interesting, because the longer you live in a country like this where it's all about money and bullshit, like you begin to grow cynical. You begin to grow sad. Your heart gets heavy and desperate, and you're not able to access the energy. The energy becomes unreachable to you because you've been reaching outside of yourself, thinking that you're going to fulfill it from the external. Cannot be fulfilled from the external, but that becomes a pattern, and everyone else around us is doing it that way. So we think that we're just doing it wrong. Oh, the reason I can't, because I'm doing it wrong. Something is wrong with me. I'm not worth it. I don't have enough of this. My ass isn't big enough. I don't have enough money. I should have a nicer car. All that stuff is what we think it is, but it's none of that. In this culture, that's what it is. But at the essence of who you are, that has nothing to do with it. So because we've been going from the back, we've been doing it backwards from the external to the internal, many of us have goo gobs of karma. What is that? Belief systems that are out of alignment with our creative power. That's it. Where we believe, I know for me, let me just think of some of my belief systems. Well, my earliest belief system was I'm black, so I'm fucked. That was what I used to believe. Like, I'm black, I'm in this country, my daddy is angry, my mama was a prostitute, I'm fucked. Because based upon my race, that was a belief system. Based upon being a woman, I believe that if I wasn't a wife, or if I wasn't what they call virtuous, if I was a woman who liked sex and liked, sensuality and really reveled in her feminine power, then to me, that was like a sin, right? So that was the belief systems that have been blocking my energy from flowing effectively and creatively in the way it's designed to. Believing that money is the thing that's going to be the source and free me. Like, if I believe that money, I need more money. A lot of people are like, well, what would make you happy? What would make your life if I had more money? That's an illusion. That's an illusion that something external can give you the thing that you want. And so we have to clear out these illusions, the way we bought into them. And then after you clear the illusions, we're all doing things at the same time. It's all simultaneously. Then we have to see how we have bought into the illusion and the behavior that was established due to the illusion. Then you have to catch yourself in the act of doing the thing that you have been doing based upon an illusion or a lie. You have to catch yourself in the act and change that behavior. And how do you change that behavior? By uprooting the belief system, the pattern that was established, so that you can create another pattern. So the moon today is in Cancer, and the sun is in the final day of Leo, y'all. Ooh, let me tell you, thank you, Leo, I love you, and fuck Leo. Thank you, Leo, I love you. Fuck you, Leo. Leo kicked my ass. Leo had me thinking, I don't know if I'm coming or going. I really have. That is what it's been like for me. So with the moon in Cancer and the last day of Leo, really, the truth is that we get to come back to the purest form of us. It's almost like we've been stripped. We've been stripped of all the lies, all the illusions. We've been stripped, and it's been a shakedown, right? And so now the sun is going into Virgo because we get to now begin to build again. That's the thing I love about the universe. The universe is so beautiful because it is a cycle, and death only means life, and endings only mean beginnings. That's ever how it is, y'all. That's ever how it is. I wish I would have known that when I was 16 and 17 and falling in love, and it's the only one that when this relationship ends in 3 weeks, I'm going to find another one to fall in love with in 2 weeks. Because endings happen for beginnings. That's why they happen. Death happens so that life can occur. It's how it works, y'all. So we are ending a cycle. We have been through a death, and now we are beginning again. We are beginning again, and it is a beautiful thing. Straight Virgo season. Whoop, whoop. I'm ready to grow. Yes, that's so beautiful. So, the moon in Virgo. I'm not the moon in Virgo. We're going to have a new moon in Virgo. Today is the last day to join the 13 moons. For those of you who are really interested in learning how to harness the energy of your subconscious, the energy of your subconscious, which the ancients called the amenta. The amenta, it's like where everything comes from. Everything in the world that we see on this earth realm came from someone's subconscious. Somebody gave birth to it out of their own essence. Everything, right? Somebody planted the trees. Somebody built the building, somebody designed the car, somebody grew the food, somebody cooked the food. That all comes out of, somebody had a thought, I should grow a garden. Somebody had a thought, this will be an interesting car. Somebody had what if this medicine worked? What if all created out of the subconscious. And until you are able to organize your subconscious and your relationship to it, you are an unconscious creator. All of your creations will be unconscious. And if you want to be a conscious creator, you have to awaken to your subconscious power and become consciously God in your life. That is what you have to do. You have to become consciously God in your life. You have to be willing to take responsibility for absolutely every feeling you have. You can no longer, if you want to be a conscious creator, you can no longer blame your feelings on anything. So when I feel terrified, I can no longer blame it on the fact that, you know, in this country, there have been some white people that really, many white people who deeply racist and love to harm black people. I can no longer blame my terror on that. No longer. I can no longer blame any reason for anything I don't have on anybody else other than because that is how I take full responsibility for my life. Full responsibility. And the moment you do it, the moment you are willing, even in confusion and to take full responsibility, the universe shows up with an enormous amount of fucking support. It is so profound. Like literally, the miracles and the openings and the passageways that start to show up when you say, all right, I'm going to take responsibility for all this shit. It's all up to me. It's all fucked up because of me. It's all going to be great because of me. If it don't, it's all on me. If the minute you say it's all on me, I'm going to take responsibility for everything I feel, every perspective I have, everything I think somebody, I'm going to take, the minute you do that, whoa, when I cannot, the level of miracles that start to show up are profound. It really is very profound how it happens. When I tell you this universe is alive, you guys, the universe is living and it is desiring to live through you. It wants to be amazing through you. But you got to get out of the way. You got to get out of the way. You got to get your fucking stories out of the way. You have to stop telling yourself why it ain't right and how come such and such did this and how come. The thing that's been really fascinating for me as being a woman is how we are really the most powerful beings on the planet. How we know it? Because we have babies. But we fuck up everything. We misuse our power horribly. We misuse our power just because we're unconscious. We don't know. We talk about ourselves and one another. We're in our heads. This ain't right. This ain't right. All that stuff is creative. All those internal thoughts are creative and they're real. And as above, so below. I mean, I remember before I became really conscious, and I'm always becoming more conscious, just so you know. It's not... it's a process. It's not a this is it. Okay, never that. But I remember when I first started realizing, like, as women, we just get together and complain. It's really bad. It really is. We complain and talk shit about ourselves and men and everybody else under the guise of somebody did something to me. That's how we do it. We do it under the guise of, can you believe what such and such said? Or can you? And when I'm around the city and stuff, wherever I am, I'm always just listening to people. I just listen to hear. Everybody's always talking about somebody else. Whatever people are talking about, it's never, the person that they're talking about is never there. It's always somebody else. My mama said such and such, and she did this, and my brother did this, and they did this, and my boss did this. There's always somebody else. And to me, that is the clear indicator. Ain't nobody fucking responsible for shit. Because what you're talking about, the person that you're talking about isn't there. So if the person you're talking about isn't there, nothing can be done about the fuck what you're talking about. It's just gossip. It's just bullshit. It's just wasted energy. If you're talking about how come your boss won't let you do it, but you're not saying it to them, what's the point in saying it? And it's just creating karma. It's creating illusions. It's creating something real that you can't see, but it's creating something. And it's creating more of what you are speaking. My boss wants something, so then you go to work and he proves it because you have sent the signal through the energetic field that your boss is an asshole. So the boss feels that at the deep subconscious level and then shows up and acts like an asshole to you because you created it. That's how I'm telling y'all, we creative as fuck. We create it. We are creators. We are gods. You're a god whether you know it or not, whether you think it or not, whether you believe it or not, because that's how this fucking system works. So you are that. So our inability to see how we are creating things and and begin to be willing to see. Let me take responsibility for everything that I can lay my eyes on. I'm going to take responsibility for all of it. It's all up to me. And if it's fucked up, it's because I fucked it up. That's right. And if you have that kind of courage, the universe will show up like bum ba da bum bum da ba, and open up all the gates and say, here's everything you need. That's how it works. But you have to have a pure heart. You have to be intentional. You have to be willing to be really responsible. I started telling myself today, my boss, and watch what happens. Watch what happens by you telling yourself that your boss loves you. Watch how much they're going to love you. And if it's funky at first, it's because you had a momentum going in the opposite direction. So if you're still getting yucky stuff, know that that's your momentum. Don't give up. Keep saying, my boss loves me. Don't give up. And then you will, because you have to wash out the old momentum. It has to run out. The universe is creative. It wherever your energy's been going, however much momentum you had in that way, you have to slow that momentum down. And how do you slow it down? With a different mindset, with a different perspective. Okay, you guys. So the moon is in Cancer today, the last day of Leo. We getting ready to come home. It's about to be my birthday month. I love it. I'm so excited. Let me tell you, I love being a Virgo. I wouldn't choose to be anything else. And it gets on my nerves sometimes, like a lot. I'm like, please shut the fuck up. Please just be quiet. Like, you don't want to hear yourself talk about this. You do not. Your head, please stop analyzing. Stop it. It's hard. But I wouldn't choose anything else because I can see so clearly. And I love being able to see. I really do. I love being able to see, and having clarity just makes me feel safe. So that's kind of all I have today. Like I said, today's the last day to join the moon work, you guys. I encourage you to join Follow the Sun. You can do that in my link tree. I'm not going to be here at the same level that I have been here. You can join Follow the Sun for free. I'm still having, the space is still free. I'm going to shift it. My memberships are going to be there, and not here on Instagram, because it's something's going on with Instagram. It just doesn't feel good to me anymore. And my work is starting to really deepen, and I don't feel like this is a value exchange for me. I feel like the level of work that I'm starting to do, I need to do it with people who I know really want to do the work. So you should join Follow the Sun, because I probably will go down to being here, 3 days a week, or, whatever it is. I'm going to stop. So just join Follow the Sun. You'll always know what I'm doing. You'll always be invited to do rituals. Everything will be there. And then you won't miss out on anything. It's as simple as that. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. Have a really beautiful day. I'm so grateful. I really am. I love this work too, you guys. It's so beautiful because, I don't know. It just helps us see how connected we are and how much power we have. That's the thing. How powerful we are. And when we let go of the stories and we send clear signals, what comes back is like, pow. It's like, ooh, this is so good. So I just encourage you. I encourage you guys. All right. Peace and blessings. Have a really beautiful day. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. The last thing. I'm going to be doing a free ritual, a Uranus ritual. Uranus goes retrograde on Wednesday. Uranus is our blueprint. It rules Aquarius. And we've had Saturn in Aquarius. So this ritual is going to help you really uncover your genius, the seeds of who you are. And what I want to say about this is that it took me a long time. It took me the time that it took to be able to organize myself, to really have the confidence to do what I do and be who I am. And oftentimes in this country, we think that if you don't have it at 25 or 30, then then it's too late. But many of us are cultivating so much wisdom, and we have such incredible gifts to offer, that you're not supposed to be fucking 20 years old doing it. You're supposed to be 45 or 50 or 60. And so it's important to know that it takes time. It takes time, okay? So if you feel like you're too late, or you're just getting started, you guys, I'm telling you, this country is a joke. The scenarios that they've given us are illusions. You're just getting started. If you're 40, you're just getting started. If you're 30, you ain't even there yet. If you're 30, just keep practicing, baby. Keep practicing and trying, and you might find success and lose it, but you ain't. It's none of that. It's none of that. You haven't even begun to hit your stride. Let me tell y'all, I didn't even really start having real good orgasms until 2 years ago. My body didn't know how to hold that much energy and channel it through until it actually became, until 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Do you know how, I mean, I'm just using that as an example, that it took me to get 50 something to learn how to really be in my experience of pleasure and not needing anybody to do something for me to make me feel a certain way. I got me. It took me to be 51 to have a real good orgasm. Okay? So if you're like, it ain't right, shut the fuck up, learn, practice, give yourself time, experience, slow down, devote some time to yourself, because this country will have you feeling like it is time for you to go when you ain't even gotten started yet. That is right. That is right. So I'm doing this Uranus ritual. It is going to be I'll have it there on Wednesday. It's in my group for people who are in my group for Follow the Sun. And the ritual is to open up your unique energy, the thing that makes you you, the thing you've been saying, oh, that's too much, and if I do that, they're going to think this, That is you. That's your genius. That thing you've been going, oh no, I don't never be, and it's too late, and I should have done this. That's your fucking genius. And everybody has it, y'all. You have genius, but you have been stepping around it because you couldn't afford it, and it was going to be too late, and it was going to be too much, and ain't nobody going to like you, and all that kind of shit. That's what we need. That's what we need. If you're not bringing that to the table, then stay the fuck home. Then keep working for somebody. Keep caring about, because you have a unique energy that needs to be expressed, and Uranus is the energy that opens that up. It goes retrograde on Wednesday. Join Follow the Sun. That ritual is going to be a free ritual. I'm still getting my program together, because when the fall comes, I'm going to really create a program that really has layers for people, so that people, maybe you'll spend $20 a month and get the rituals for this, but it's all going to be aligned to the cosmic astrology, so that you are getting where you need to be, so that you are aligned to something that is greater than you. Because if you're just focusing on your own stuff, you'll collapse, because you have to have the energy that's greater than you. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. Have a really beautiful day. Bye-bye.